Hi, in the last lesson we learned about drill down and optional matrices, how to use drill down and optional matrices in Google Data Studio for various purposes. In this lesson we are going to learn styling and formatting options. So let us go back to our studio. This is our data. Actually I have prepared a chart that is called dimension is subcategory, and with cells that I have taken these cells as matrices. So what we will do, we will select the table. Let us see this. This is called styling options. Okay. So this is called. There is one option under style that is called conditional formatting. Let us add it. Okay. So there are certain rules that it asks us to create. So are you going to use single color or multicolors? Okay. Suppose to decorate this table, we want single color, it is fine. If we want to use multicolor, we can use a color scale. Accordingly it will be displayed, it will be reflected in our table. Okay. So let us start with single color. So single color. So here what we will do, for format rules, it is asking for format rules. For format rules, what we will do, we will select this matrix that is called cells, and it is asking for select a conditions. So select a condition, there are various multiple conditions are also there, whether the value has to be cells value has to be equal to or not equal to, greater than or less than equal to, like that some of the values are there, some of the options are there. So let us select this greater than equal to, like greater than or equal to, and input value, it is asking us input. Suppose take for let us write like 250,000. So it will this that values, actual the sales of more than 250,000 will be highlighted with this color. Okay, that means, and we can also, suppose we want to make multiple of rules, we can also create multiple of rules. Okay, so these are the options, multiple of rules, like, because since we have multiple of options here, accordingly we can that develop multiple of rules. Then it comes about, there comes color and style. Under color style, let us see what are the options. So we have entire rows, whether we want to color the entire row, or it is subcategory or cells. Since we are here taking the cells, let us select cells value. Then we have like one font option. Suppose take for example font options, we let us take it this, and there is also background color options. Let us suppose take for example background color, let us take it as blue, light blue text options it is coming. Then we will um, so now this is the value that it is selecting. Okay, that means these are the two cells, actually these are the two cells that are above 250,000, that because that is the rule that we have that selected. Okay. So let us go back to the second rules. Let us edit this, and let us delete it, because this is cells greater than or equal to 250 thousands, that we have this is the rules that we have selected. So let us delete it. Okay, let us see another rule, set another rule. Okay, so now we will use a color scale. Okay, color scale, this is very much like color scale. Okay, so now we will select uh, a field. Let us say field is cells, field is cells. Then here, because we have here selected also cells by default, what does it means? The cells having higher cells are having like red color, and lesser cells will have this green scale. That means, or we can also scale multiple, that we can select multiple of color options. This is also, we can also reverse it. Suppose take for example, we can see this green will have more cells than red. Okay, so this is the that scale color that we are using. Let us keep it as default as it was. Okay, then let us come back to like mm, color and style. Color style, suppose take for example we want to see the percentage, like for example percentage, what are, or number, particular number or percentage, that we can also see. Okay, so take for example percentage. Okay, so these are the default colors are there. Okay, let us not change it. Okay, so then we will see, uh, let us wait to load up. Okay, it is very much like that. Okay, so that we are taking that higher color will have certain color, like it was more colors means higher cells means green color, and lesser cells means it is red color. So this is the rules that we have applied, that appeared here. Okay, so now let us not let us see a few more options. Let us edit it. Okay, delete this. Okay, this is how we can also colors our tables. Okay, so we have brought back our table to the normal, normal table we have brought back. So let us see a few more styling options. Then we will, you may see this. This is called table header. So table header means this is subcategory. Suppose we want to see our table header like subcategory in sales, we can click here. Otherwise, so if we are not putting tick, if we are on tick it, that means table header will not appear. So then wrap text, suppose take for example this subcategory, it is going beyond the limit of this line. So we can use this feature wrap text, otherwise it is not required. So which color that our text that we want to see, suppose take for example that we want to see this in certain that put header as red, or certain like take for example black or gray, something like that, we can also use this. Okay, so this is the font size actually, a header size. Suppose it is we want to make it like 16, it will be 16. Okay, this is the font type, like suppose we want to change the font type like this, it will come like this. Okay, so let us keep it like this. Okay, then table color. So table color, so you can see what is this. This is header background. Okay, this is header background. So we can select it, header background, like you, and if it doesn't look good, so we can select a lighter background, take for example like this. Okay, it is okay like that. Styling options we are checking one by one. Okay, then in odd row, suppose take for example we want to see that row color has to be like this. Okay, it will appear like this. Okay, suppose even row, how even row has to be colored like this. Suppose take for example we want to like this. So these are the purpose actually of that how we can decorate our table. Then we can go back to the labels, whether you want the labels has to be there or not. Okay, label color. Okay, table label color, take for examples. So table, this is the font. Then table body, take for example, suppose you want this row number, this is the row number 1 2 3 4, this is the column number, sorry. So this is the roll number as well also, 1 2 3 4 5, suppose you want it. Let us see. So if we are unticking it, that means this number will go away, and if you want, it will remain. Okay, so that is the purpose. And then wrap text, actually wrap text for table body also, it is, suppose it is going for that out of the page, that means we can select. Okay, so these are the options. Then show pagination. Pagination means page, now page number it has to show or not. If you want page to show, then you see. Okay, it will come, we can see, we can drag it to the bigger size. Okay, okay, have to fit it. So it is 1 by 17, it is showing like that. Okay, so we can, okay, we can see it paginations, it will show the paginations. Okay, it is required. So suppose take for example here is one like border color, footer border color, we'll see. Suppose take for example we want a border color, so it will come. like that. Okay. So then, so there are some options. Suppose take for example, we want that's also fine. This is related to table footer. Actually, how we want this footer to look at. These are the colors, some of the colors missing. Suppose take for example, some data is missing. Take for example, against this table data is not there. How would you like to see this column to be, this cell to be? Okay, you need to write it as null or zero or no data, like that. This is the option. Let us see, because there are some that all columns are, all cells are having data, there is no missing data. If there are missing data, that in that cell it will be written like null. Okay. Similarly, we can see our dimensions, like our dimensions has to be left align, right, middle align, right align. So these are the features actually that we have. Similarly, our matrices, take for example, this is left align, right, middle align, right align. Let us keep for middle, it will be good. Okay, then compact numbers. These are absolute number. Actual cells, if you see, these are all absolute number. Absolute number means many decimal points are there also. Suppose we want to see the compact number. Okay, so it will be written like k 89.5k, so it is reducing. Okay, so suppose take for example, how many decimals in compact number we want. It is auto, it is by default it has taken. Suppose we want to put it as 0, so it is 89k. So these are the options. Normally this is given by Data Studio, Google Data Studio. These are given. Okay, background and border color we can also see. Like background and border color, suppose take for example, we want to see this background and border color. So these are the footer. Okay, so if you want to see in this color, otherwise let us not put it, let us keep it as usual. Okay, so then you see there are some of the options like uh, these are options like border radius, and this is also, there is some of the options. It is also border color, which border color that you prefer to be. Suppose take for example, this is the border color. Okay, that we have selected a border color. Okay, this is the color that we have selected. Then what is this? This is called border weight, and this is solid color, border style. Okay, suppose we want the border style to be, border has to be dashed. Take for example, this will appear like this, dash dash dash. So otherwise if you want dotted line, take for example, so it will appear like that. So let us keep as solid. And add border shadow. Suppose we want to that retain certain shadows, it will come. Okay, then chart header will come. Let us see chart header. Let us wait. Style, we are checking all this style. Okay, chart header. Okay, background color we have checked all these things. So all these things, chart header, take so chart header. Suppose take for example, when we write, let us go back to the view. So these three dot lines will appear. So these are the options will come. Okay, if you are putting like this, let us come back to the edit, come back to edit. Okay, so let us select it. So these are the options, normally it is coming. Style, we are checking styling options. Okay, always show or don't show, or show on hover. Okay, hover means, so it is above this. Actually it is, it doesn't appear within the table. So let us see. Okay, so this will be like that. Okay, so this is all about styling options that we have learned. So in the next lessons we are going to learn a few more things about aggregations. Thank you.